Well, up next, a gangster gets touched by an angel at an ATM.
She said, "Could I speak to you?" I said, "Sure." She said, "God sent me to tell you. God's going to deliver you out of everything you're going through."
See how that prediction came true when we come back. When DeShawn Tatem hit the ATM for some cash, he planned to buy some bullets, take out several of his enemies, and then end his own life. But instead, this gangster walked away from the ATM with a message from God.
DeShawn Tatem's life began in a rough neighborhood where hope was scarce, and dreams of escaping the hood were hardly ever realized.
We saw prostitutes. We saw drug transactions. We saw fights. I mean, we saw kids going to candlelight.
Right here.
We saw all the, look, right there, we'll be playing basketball, you know, the court. Okay, at the same time, hustlers will be in the grass, you know what I mean, or right there in the dirt making transactions, you know what I mean? Kids will be running around right up in here.
As an albino, DeShawn felt isolated as a child.
I'm all black. However, to my peers, I looked white. So, you know, it was kind of difficult for me to fit in any circle. So I end up, you know, just doing things to fit in.
A lot of kids are, especially inner city kids, are angry for many reasons. But specifically you, one, being albino, you really had no sense of identity. Your father wasn't around.
Right.
How was that for you? Was that part of the anger?
That was definitely part of the anger. I wouldn't admit it that my father was a part of the issue, but it was. By my father not being around, I was exposed to my mother's boyfriend, who was very physically abusive to my mom, to all my brothers and sisters, and having that in the home going on, and then being ridiculed by peers, you know, it just ended up eventually a bunch of anger grew in me.
In his quest for
from doing what he had decided he was going to do, God sent someone with a message of hope for him. Someone who said, there's a plan and you're a part of it. God wants to use you. That's the message God's bringing to you today. Your circumstances may not be the same as DeShawn's. And maybe you're walking far from the Lord right now, or you might just be a Christian who's in a very lukewarm state. God feels far away. The spiritual life that you had is just kind of dead and hanging there. God sent me today to say to you in the midst of your circumstances, I'm here. I've got a plan, and you are invited to be a part of it. I want to use you.